Hello, welcome back. This is James Uriel from UX Shape. Today we're going to continue our prototype of our inventory mobile app. The next thing on our list is to work on the hard inventory. So we're going to be building the form, and we're going to be working on the monetary item and the non-monetary item. So which is the cash item and the non-cash item. So what we've done here so far in our prototype, let's just preview it from the beginning again. We have the splash screen, and we have the onboarding screen, we have the login, and we have the home page. Now the home page, we've added some dynamic panels here, and we'll be prototyping this session, which is add item, the cash and the non-cash item. So let's get back to Azure and let's go on our dynamic panel, which is this. So we will go to the home page, and under the home page we look for the dynamic panel, and we have add item dynamic panel, and we have non-cash item. We're going to be prototyping the non-cash item first, and the idea is we're going to be adding our item into our app, so that we have the record that this item has been packed inside our bag, and also it has been checked in where we are going for a holiday or where we are spending the night or some days. So we'll be checking this item inside our bag. Everything is perfect. So what we need to do, we need to build up this form now, and I would use the current form we have, which is from, I'll just grab one from the landing page, which is the login. I'll grab the login part. Let's grab this login, and let's go back to home and go to non-cash item. We will add this to our item, and we will make this non-cash item text. So we'll say item txt. We save that, and we will use a drop down list here. So we'll just need to get the drop down list, which is 50. Actually, how we're going to build this drop down list, we can use this as well. So let's use this drop down list style, and we will make this, we have this as 40, we have it as 40 as well. So let's put this here 40, and let's say list item. We can add as many list item as we want. We can say select item type, and we can say shirt. We can say jeans, and we can say tops for now, and then we save that. The next thing we need to do, we need to select the size of our item, because every clothing item we have a size. So we say item size, and we can say small, medium, large. I can say extra large, and unfortunately some extra, we can just make it XX large. So we'll put it as select item size and save that. Let's change the font as well to Marvin Pro, and that will be 13. We will now make that, we just select this and have the int text to be gray. Alright, so the next thing we need to do, we need to select the brand or make, or we can enter the brand or make. So what we need to do, we can use a drop down here. For now, let's just use the drop down, and we can always have inside our database, different types of brand name of clothing item. So we can say select brand or making, and we can put here and say Hollister. We can say Zara. We can say Next. We can say we can just add we can say Hugo Boss, and we can say this one is, we can say River Island. Yeah. Alright, so we have that select brand or making. And the next thing we want to add here is we want to be able to add, let's change this name here to item. So the next details we need to add on our form is we need to add if the item has been checked out. So we're just going to add a button here, basically a button, which we will say item check-in, and we have our corner radius at that, so we can say 50. Can reduce that, change the font size, and we can say check item in. Check item in. I can say check item in. What we could do here, we could add any other details in our item, so any marking that we can use to differentiate our app, our item, any other item details. We save that, and we can make this. Alright, so let's save that, and let's have this as our item. So let's preview what we have so far. If we refresh this page, we go back to the home, add item, we have non-cash item. So I'll just change this color here to black, and I'll change this item to white. We'll remove this border, we'll remove this color as well, and what we could do, we could add a shadow to this and make this 3. So when we refresh the page, we have add item, and the add item, if we go to non-cash item, we can add an item. We can see our item list, item brand, and we can add our item, and then we can check in. Once we check in, we want to show a pop-up message that item has been checked in. So what we just need to do, we go back to our landing here. I'll grab some item here. I'll grab this one, I'll cut this, and then go back to home page on non-cash item. Actually under item, under home here, I will have it here and say non-cash item added success. Non-cash item added success MSG. And because we don't really have time to do the validation, we've already done so many validation in our previous tutorial, so you can implement the same techniques using that as well. So we go to non-cache item. So I'll move this to the center here. I'll send this back. I'll make these come a bit forward. Alright, so we will go to non-cache item, and I'll just say, once everything has been filled in inside the form, we will use our conditional statement as well. But because we've not named that, I will skip that part for now. So let's just display our success message. We'll say bring this to front, and we'll say non-cache dynamic panel lightbox non-cache, and then we'll bring this up. So let us preview this, and we can say add item, non-cache item. We will assume that we've already added a cache item. We've added all this information, and we'll just check this, and it'll say pin code. So we need to change the page, the error message, and say item added successfully. So this item has been added successfully. If we refresh our page again, let's refresh the page. We will see that it will show item added successfully, and when we click OK, we'll go back to our page and we can add more item. So that is how we've been able to prototype the non-cache item. In the next tutorial, we'll be prototyping adding a cache item, and so on. We will try and finish this app within the next couple of videos. So if you like this tutorial and you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, if you have any question, drop me a comment in the comment below, and also subscribe to our channel, and I'll be glad to reply to your comment. And see you again in the next tutorial. Thank you very much. Bye for now.